Today I will discuss with you for a brief while about what is called as self-hypnosis. Hypnotic procedures are used by psychiatrists for various kinds of situations. But self-hypnosis is something that anyone can do within their confines of their homes or whether they're the workplace or in any formal and informal settings, but nonetheless a very powerful tool to improve your personality, to improve your focus, to improve your concentration, get rid of bad habits and wrong kinds of fixations that might a person might have developed. It could be bad habits which he wants to get out of. When you're doing prayer, you are into some activity called of self hypnosis. That's why in many places prayer is recommended as a panacea for all psychological ails. But there are situations, issues like insomnia, lack of sleep. Some people suffer from that due to various reasons, and some people can have a chronic insomnia issue. I hope I pronounced that word right. Insomnia means lack of sleep. Sometimes it can also mean disturbed sleep patterns. One of the indices of a constructive mind is a good sleep, uninterrupted good sleep. If people who are listening to this enjoy a good night's sleep, I think you are very fortunate because there are many people who don't get to enjoy good sleep. Sleep is a very important activity of human existence because you are in an unconscious state, you're not in a conscious state. Now, what am I trying to say? What are the problems people can have? Let us first have a look at that. It could be lack of self control, presence of bad habits, and tendency to use foul language, other kinds of psychological disturbances and ailments, especially grief. Because of COVID, many people have lost their loved ones, which they are not able to reconcile with. You can use this technique called self hypnosis to a large extent, keep your mind peaceful and happy, and live slightly above those occurrences which have happened. Now, I think I've given some idea now. Slowly and steadily, I have to tell you what is technique of self hypnosis, which is where I am going. And I hope that most people going through this will practice it around the world, wherever you are, so that you get long term benefits, not just one person, the multitude of humanity around the world. If you were to practice this technique, even twice a week, please feel rest assured the whole world is going to be a totally different place because people will be moving in a constructive direction and making better use of their time, resources, and will have a better psychological framework. Before I go into anything called as self hypnosis, I have to tell you the three states of the human mind. Um, it's not just humans, even mammals, all kinds of mammals have various kinds and forms of these states of mind. One is the conscious mind when you are awake. You knowingly or unknowingly are in the business of collecting data from around, from the environment. You watch television, you read the newspapers, you talk to friends, you move about, you see many things on the road. This has been your life. With age, the way the conscious mind works changes. As you become older, what you concentrate on will be very different from what you were young. That's why life is always very confusing when you're young, especially in your teens or in your adolescent years, because you tend to Open up your mind. The curiosity level is much higher. You tend to open up your mind to various things around yourself, for good or for bad, creating other kinds of confusions. But with age, that steadies and becomes more focused and stable. So I've told you something about the conscious mind. Conscious mind is when you're conscious. Now I am conscious. And all of you are watching this. You are conscious. You are taking information from what I. The conscious mind responds to stimuli. That means it reacts to what it sees around. Your telephone bell might ring in your house and you go and pick up the phone. Now I've told something of the conscious mind. The next extreme is the unconscious mind. Unconscious means when you are sleeping. In the night when you go to bed, you are asleep. Means you are unconscious for all practical purposes for some 8 9 hours when you are in your state of sleep. There are various levels of unconsciousness. Unconsciousness from which you can be tapped and made to wake up very fast. Unconscious which can be very, very deep, which might need some kind of medication and treatment to come out. But night when you sleep, you are unconscious. From the conscious state of mind, the whole mind goes into unconscious state. The whole body is in a state of rest. In between these two extremes is the subconscious mind, which dictates how you live. Many things get filtered from the conscious mind and goes into the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is a cache. It's a kind of a memory which holds a large section of what you have seen, of what the conscious mind feeds into it. I don't know if I made myself very crystal clear. What do we mean by subconscious? Most human actions are dictated from the subconscious mind. They are not dictated from the conscious mind. Any action that you do comes from the subconscious. In the night, you see dreams. They come from the subconscious mind. The interaction from the subconscious mind into the conscious mind. You were yearning for something, or you in the conscious mind, you saw something in the morning. I think dreams will be more rampant when you are children because or young ages. Because you tend to feed so much of uncertainty into you from the environment. A dream is something that you place in you when you are asleep, some state of sleep. Sleep has got various states, and morning you are able to understand. Dreams are a very important aspect of many kinds of what we call predictions or many kinds of decisions. It's not decisions, many kinds of intuitions that people get into, or people uh, not just get into, people act upon. I hope I'm making myself clear. What is the dream? Something in the subconscious mind into the unconscious mind. In the night, in the sleep, it begins to work, and you can tend to see pictures. And what I was trying to tell is that dreams stop to be taken seriously because it is some kind of reflection of your personality. A painter might be dreaming something. He might be taking some inputs from the conscious mind. And when he's asleep in the unconscious mind, he gets to see, he gets ideas. Sometimes ideas come through such kind of dreams. Because all this conscious, subconscious mind and unconscious mind have various forms of information processing, which contributes to the psychology of individuals. I like Bangalore city a lot. I must tell you that before, and it's a model city around the world because every nook and corner in the city, you find a temple or other kinds of religious places of worship. You see a mosque, you see a church, What people don't understand or realize is that the very fact that you are looking at all these things gets into from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind and sometimes dictates your actions. That's why people like Bangalore City. I was because of this kind of a tradition that has been here since ages. It's a very powerful thing because when you go out of your house, you get to see these things. They dictate and determine your personality in a very unconscious. Such kind of inputs dictate behavior. People don't understand that. In any parts of the world where such things don't exist, people tend to become more belligerent and less cooperative with others because of that's the kind of input they get from their conscious level. Now, I hope I have somewhere given you some kind of, but I will repeat once more. I have got the conscious mind, which takes all inputs from the world around. I've got subconscious mind, which is a filtered form of the conscious mind, which is storage inside your mind, inside our memory. Much of information processing that we do, actions come from the subconscious mind because actions come there because whatever I plan to do goes in the subconscious mind, placed with certain factors before you act on it. And then I have the unconscious mind, which can be experienced in sleep when you are asleep. When you go to bed, you actually are going through three stages. From the conscious mind, you're going into the subconscious mind. From the subconscious mind into the unconscious mind. For some time, the subconscious mind will last for too long. People are not able to go into the unconscious level. Sometimes could be at so could also be called as insomnia, a lack of sleep. It can be cured to a large extent using self hypnosis. I hope I have made some kind of foundation to what I am trying to tell. At the end of this, those of you who go through these lectures and have a look at it, around the world, I want you to use these techniques to improve yourself, improve your children, improve your general approach to things and enjoy more higher level of psychological health. Now, how to get into this self-hypnotic stage? What I am telling from now on, kindly listen to me very carefully because I'm teaching you a technique which has got far-reaching consequences on individual and things around him. Now, how do I self-hypnotize myself? Sit on your chair in a relaxed way, not in the way that I'm sitting. I'm sitting in a very formal way. Sit on the chair, some chair where you can relax very well. First, for 2 3 minutes, relax. What is the next step? I am trying to slowly get away from the conscious mind into the subconscious. Slowly. Though I will not go fully into the unconscious mind, if you keep on doing self hypnosis for a long time, you will fall asleep. This is how we cure insomnia. If you are sleeping in the night at 10 and you are not getting sleep, even at 12, and immediately start doing the self hypnotic technique, what I'm trying to some extent, keep on doing the technique, you will suddenly fall to sleep. You go to subconscious mind. You can feel that when you sleep, that you're slowly dipping into an subconscious to unconscious state. Very quickly, I tell you how to do self hypnosis. Listen to me very carefully. Relax your body somewhere. Focus your mind on the tip of the toe. Then, in the initial stages, what you should do is that lift your mind from the tip of the toe to your knee slowly. Slowly, you must pass through, transverse through all the parts of your leg. So, on the tip of the toe, I have come slowly, fairly slowly, not very fast. You can do it to start with, you can be fast, no problem. Come to the knee. From the knee, come to the pelvic area. From the pelvic area, come to the navel. From the navel, come to your chin. and from the chin, end it at the tip of your forehead. I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say. You're in a relaxed state. Focus your mind on the tip of your toe and slowly advance yourself through the human body up to the tip, up to your forehead. When you start doing this, start do it very fast. Do it some 40 times when you're in a relaxed pose. After that, do this thing very slowly. From the tip of the toe, move inch by inch slowly. You must feel your body. It will take you some 2-3 minutes or 4 minutes to reach your forehead, but kindly do. I will repeat again. 40 times, do it fast. Focus on the tip of the toe. Then come to the slowly on the human body, leg, come to the knee. From the knee, come to the pelvic area. From the pelvic area, come to the navel. Go up again to this point, and then finally through the nose to the forehead. I hope I have made myself clear. Do that some 34 times fast. You'll slowly start feeling dizzy and sleepy. Good. You're getting into the subconscious mind. Then for 10 minutes, for the next 10-15 minutes, do it very slowly, very slowly. Start from the tip of the toe, then move to your knee, all through the leg, feeling every inch of the space. Move about it very slowly. And similarly, do the same thing. Go up to the pelvic area, to the navel, up to your throat, and up to your head. Do it very slowly. Do that another 10 times. You will feel that you are in a totally different state of mind. You are by and large self hypnotized. You can get out of the state without much difficulty, but you are self hypnotized. You are in a state of hypnosis. You are ready to talk to your subconscious mind. Once you are in that state, if you want to get rid of smoking, just think that you are breaking a cigarette and throwing it out. You are not going to smoke again. Or you are trying to drink, you take the bottle and throw it out. Just put that kind of an impulse into your mind. Or you want to be a speaker, you want to be an orator. Imagine in that state of mind you're standing and talking for half an hour, 20 minutes to people, or 1 hour. It will build your self-confidence. Build your self-confidence. You want to get rid of a grief. Push that grief, suppress that grief. Don't let that grief come into your head or in this state of mind. In the night, if you keep doing this, you'll fall asleep. But now you're on this. I'm holding you on the subconscious state, in hypnotic state, from which you can add up all these impulses into your mind. If you have done this for 5 minutes, getting into the hypnotic state will take you 10 minutes. What you want out of hypnosis, you can use for 5 minutes. 15 minutes are up. Next 5 minutes, preferably open your eyes. If your eyes are if your eyes are closed, it's not necessary that your eyes must be closed. Preferably eyes closed is good because you get yourself hypnotized even better. Slowly stop doing all this. What I've told you, we're focusing on the tip of the toe and up to the brain to stop totally, and then just relax like that for 5 minutes. You will come back into the full conscious mind, or have a glass of water, and go about your activities. Now, this process, what you have done, is called as self hypnosis. In the night, if you this can be used to cure insomnia. Please try it. In case you're not getting sleep, when you are sleeping on the bed, focus your head on the tip of the toe, and then come up. What it same thing you do. Your mind, you can feel that you're sinking into something else. From the conscious mind, you're going to subconscious mind. Your mind is becoming steady and stable. And as I told you, sleep is an unconscious state. You're getting into the unconscious mind. Now, these are the things that I want to tell about self hypnosis. I can talk on and on, but I think I've given a gist of what I wanted to speak. And why I'd be very happy if people around the world use this technique. Um, See, in adolescent ages, a lad gets attracted to a girl, and a girl gets attracted to a lad. It's a big problem for parents. This happens in colleges. If you want to kind of consciously get rid of the person from your mind, you can use this technique called self-hypnosis. Get into the hypnotic state and discourage that person from entering your head. Just like you break your cigarette, just break that person. Imagine that the person is in your hand and you break it and you're throwing it into the dustbin. If you keep on doing this, you will find that your mind is beginning to behave in a totally different way, in a more constructive way, in a more progressive way. You got out of a problem. Now, such kind of things is what I was trying to emphasize. Any other problem that you want that people get generally have, you can use this technique of self hypnosis to what do you call um, correct these issues to a large extent. Self hypnosis is a psychological technique. It deals with the psychology of individuals. And it can be used for both constructive purposes and can be used for destructive purposes also. I am only looking at constructive purposes. It's very important because what you inject into your subconscious mind dwells after a period of time dictates your actions. What is the final part about what I have to say? If you are doing yogasana, I forgot to tell that also you are going into subconscious state. Yogasana takes you into subconscious state. Some kind of yogasana is a kind of self hypnosis. um, but I'm talking of this technique which can be done by anyone around the world because very quite simple. I don't know how doctors hypnotize people. They use other kinds of color combinations and such kind of things to that is there. That's a more professional domain. I'm telling a simple domain, a simple the whole thing explained in a very simple way which anyone can act upon. But I will have to emphasize that you have to keep doing this at least once or twice a day, or even if you do once a day, even 3 4 times. Now you can do it any amount of times you want because the more you do, the more your mind will react to that much better, faster. Preferably, I would say that do this for once or twice, at least 4 times a week. You must do it perfectly well. You must not do this hypnotic technique with adequate patience. You must not do it very fast. What I told you, take some 10, 20 minutes of your time. If you got a lunchtime somewhere and you are alone in your office and you want to do this technique, then use the technique. It's not of harmful at all because but if everyone in the world were to use such techniques, it makes you a better person. Self hypnosis builds self confidence. It builds various kinds of constructive psychological factors into an individual. I hope I'll be happy if people use these techniques to get over any situation they are in, make themselves a better person. I had studied this long back and I thought I should make a small video because the world can benefit from what I'm saying. Thank you very much. This is P.O. Subhash from Bangalore, India.